Welcome back, roomies, to another episode. How you doing? We missed you.
Yeah, we missed you guys, so we decided to come up with something special for you, and that is the perfect meal for a dinner for two.
Today, we're going to be making jumbo stuffed pasta shells with jerk chicken inside of it, topped with some shrimp.
So, go ahead and grab your aprons.
All right, so let's get started with our meats. We're going to start cutting up our chicken, wash the shrimp and the chicken, but we're only cutting up our chicken. So now let's talk about our seasonings. First, you're going to need that Himalayan pink salt, cue to subscribe, chicken bouillon flavoring. We need Slap Ya Mama, any type of red chili powder, red chili seasoning. Next, we need garlic salt, garlic powder, and of course, onion powder. Then some cayenne pepper. And our extra spicy Mrs. Dash. For our shrimp, we're going to also be using salt, Old Bay, pepper, and ginger. Next, we're going to talk about our shrimp. So grab those seasonings and we're just going to throw it all into a bowl and put our shrimp in it, and we're going to get ready to mix that up. Onion powder, garlic powder, the Old Bay, salt, ginger, Mrs. Dash, some garlic salt, pepper. We're going to be throwing all of that in there. After that, we're going to go ahead and start mixing it all up. Don't be afraid to get dirty with it. Make sure that flavor gets everywhere. Remember, no flavor left behind.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to our chicken. I already put my oil down and I'm just gonna go ahead and move the chicken around while the stove is heating up. Sincer's gonna go ahead and start cooking up that shrimp since it's already seasoned. Now we're gonna go ahead and season our chicken, starting with that chicken bouillon seasoning. And now we're gonna add a little bit of garlic powder, some Slap Ya Mama, and that garlic Himalayan pink salt. I'm also going to be sure to keep moving the meat around just to make sure that the seasoning doesn't get stuck to the pan and that everything is evenly distributed. And to add a little bit of a kick, I'm going to use some cayenne pepper, and I'm also going to add some black pepper in there, and that onion powder we showed before. And of course, because this is jerk chicken, we got to add some thyme in there. It's a very essential ingredient. And a little bit of that chili pepper. We don't want it to be too spicy. And then we're just gonna cook that through, not too much because we are still baking it. So this is what the chicken is looking like right now. We're gonna move this and the shrimp to a container.
So it's sauce time. Let's start talking about what we're going to do for these sauces. First, let's talk about what we need for the jerk sauce. Habanero peppers, minced garlic, allspice, soy sauce, thyme, and barbecue sauce. We never can find Scotch bonnet. You're also going to need some honey, but we're not going to go too in depth with this because we made this recipe before in our jerk video. We'll put that for you right here.
Alright, so for our Alfredo sauce, you can grab whatever brand Alfredo base you want. Also grab some flour. And if you want to get a little more fancy, grab some heavy whipping cream, some cream cheese, some Parmesan, mozzarella cheese. For seasonings, we got Italian seasoning and basil, and of course our spinach. So I'm already boiling my noodles. They're almost done. We're using the jumbo shells from H-E-B, whatever brand you like. I'm heating up my oil, and my noodles are finally al dente, so I'm moving them off the stove. I'm also going to start pouring in my flour so I can start with the roux base and do it gradually. Also start pouring in that heavy whipping cream and keep it moving, constantly moving. It's going to start to thicken up, and that's when we're going to add our mozzarella cheese, and that's also going to thicken it up. What you don't want is too much flour. You don't want your sauce to be too thick because then it'll start puffing up when you put it in the oven. So that's why we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of milk in there to thin it out as much as possible. We don't want too much of a watery consistency, but we don't want it to be too thick as well. So I'm just going to mix that in until it gets to a nice creamy consistency like so. Go ahead and add in your seasonings such as your Italian seasoning and your basil, a little bit of that garlic Himalayan salt that we like to use, and just mix that up. And now you can finally add in your Parmesan cheese as well. And it's going to thicken it up, so of course add some more milk if you need to. But the cheese will just melt in there, so make sure you have your stovetop on low medium heat. Also add in some minced garlic if you would like for extra flavor. And this is the consistency you should be shooting for. And the spinach is pretty much done. Make sure you check out our spinach dip video for more details on how to cook spinach.
Alrighty, so let's start talking about the stuff that's gonna go in the shell, our actual stuffing. We're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna drizzle our jerk sauce over it. All of our jerk sauce. We wanna use the whole thing. From there, I'm gonna put a top on it and shake it up, but you can stir it around, you can shake it up, do whatever you find most effective. Personally, I would go with shaking it up. From there, we're gonna take our block of cream cheese and we're gonna put it in our chicken, and we're gonna take that spinach, also put that in our chicken, and we're going to stir it up. It's way easier to do this if your chicken is hot because it'll melt the cheese faster. We also switched to a bigger bowl because, as you can see, our bowl was not working for us.
Alright, now go ahead and take your Alfredo sauce and use it to cover the bottom of the pan so that nothing sticks to it. And then you're going to go ahead and grab a shell, hand one to your partner, and just go ahead and start filling them with that mixture that you made with the chicken. And then you can just lay them in a row across the pan. And you just keep doing that over and over until the pan is completely full. Now you can go ahead and do your toppings and put some more sauce on there. Put your mozzarella cheese, your Parmesan, then go ahead and put those shrimp on top of each shell if you can see it. Try your best. Also, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. You're going to put this pan in for 10 minutes with foil on and 15 without the foil, or just until you like how the cheese looks on top. And this is how it will look, hot and fresh out the oven.
Look at it rise. Look at the cheese drip. Stretch.
So we put about 4 shells into a plate just so you can have 2 and 2 for your partner. And this is how it's looking. It tasted amazing. We hope you guys enjoyed the video.
I'm still eating on it.
Yeah, no, this dish lasted a really long time as well. As you know, that's what pasta is good for. So go ahead and like the video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when we're posting.
And stay beautiful, stay healthy, and we will stay seeing y'all later.